I want to bring up Fiona. You said, donate blood freely, I've mentioned it before. I understand that not everybody can donate blood. I'd love you all to donate blood, but that's not going to happen. So I want to bring up Fiona because she's one of our volunteers, and she can talk about how what the work that she does like to, what motivates her, why she does it. Yeah. I've got my cup with water because I'm a menopausal female. And I can't do without it. So, like Laurel, we'd say most patients with sickle disorder go through similar things. There's a lot that Laurel's talked about that I've not experienced. And no two individual has the same journey. So I'm not going to go back. I'm going to start from 2018. 2018, I was working for a financial company, earning a good salary, and yet I felt like there was something missing. I had stopped going to the meetings for sickle cell when I was 21. So a while back. Last year I turned 50, and like Laurel, I was told I'm going to live past the age of 10. I'm going to live past the age of 18. And when my family organized an event all by themselves without me helping them, it was supposed to be a surprise, but then they realized they actually needed me to help them. It was one of the most emotional times of my life. Because I was able, and there's no way to express this by doing the action, to say to those people who saying I was going to die was how many years later? In 2018, I finally decided I wanted to do more. There was a coaching starter course where they invite you to come and check it out and see what it's like. And I went. I thought, oh, I could do this. And then they told me at the time, oh, £3,000 to do the course. I went, oh, no, I can't do it. So there was a team of secretaries that we were talking about. I said, the thing you could do it is team that kind of money. I thought we used to go on holiday. And besides, I'd have to save up for it. So I thought, okay, start getting everybody in the company. Instead of buying me birthday presents, we used to do that as sections. We'd all put money together, buy a card. I said to everybody, why don't we do a collection and give it to the Sickle Society? And when you work in finance, everybody has this thing that they can get that money off taxes on a month's bill. But literally, no, there's another one. So we started to think about what we would do, and we thought, right, we'll do a match scheme for charity. So if you put £20, the company doubles that. So each month, that's £40 going to. Now I don't know how many companies still do that. I guess finance companies probably still do. Because they've got money to burn. Then there are people who will literally, it's called a cash check. And I was seeing cash check of £200. I was like, you can do that? Yes, we can do that, because literally it doesn't come out of their pocket. And I thought, okay. So contact the society, and they said, oh yes, we're great, we need volunteers. Put out the form, but unfortunately, I didn't hear back from them. 2019, I wasn't very good. Definitely wasn't Sarah. I think it's because I was thinking, oh yeah, I could do a weekend here and there, and that'd be enough. And I guess they needed someone who could commit for more time. In 2019, I suffered stress and anxiety, and had to seek therapy. I was given therapist through work. I was given therapist through my hematologist, and I sought one first. Trust me, you don't want to be seeing 3 therapists at the same time. The one through work I became therapy because I was listening to was dealing with. And I thought about it, I'm not getting paid for this. Why am I doing this? I ended my sessions quicker than you can light a fire. In 2021, annual general meeting, and it's going to be this coming weekend. So if you're interested in learning more about Sickle Society and you want to become a member, it's on Eventbrite. Sign up, you'll know what we're doing. And I said to John James, I've tried to register to become a volunteer and nobody got back to me. Why is that? Don't you actually need volunteers? And he said, email me, we'll sort it. Though the event happened on the Sunday, the Saturday the email came out the Saturday evening, and by the Monday, I had 3 ladies, one for the help desk, one to working with kids, and one on the Give Blood Spread Love project, which is what Sarah is managing now. And I had to make a decision. I love working with kids. I'm liking the idea of volunteering, but I'm not in the right space to be able to talk someone down from wanting to do self-harm. And I'm not qualified, I'm not trained, so the help desk was out. So when I decided to do the volunteering, I was excited. Yeah, we had a one-to-one session, we got told more about what's happening. And I started volunteering straight away by doing online in 2022. By February, I had my first face-to-face event with Vivian over there. We were at City Hall. And of course, when we were there, Sadiq Khan came over and I kept thinking, this man is so little. When he's on TV, he seems quite big. And then we had 2 doctors, they were like towering over us. So Vivian and I, we just looked like little stick insects beside these giant of guys. One of them was like 6'5", the other one was 6'3". But we kind of liked the fact that you had these doctors talking about sickle cell and trying to encourage people. In 2023, I did 23 volunteering events. In August 2023, I was slightly burnt out because I wasn't giving myself enough time. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit. In 2020, I was diagnosed with breast cancer on my birthday. So my journey hasn't stopped me from volunteering. I'm not at my 5-year yet, but I'm going to be 4 years November this year, and I still have issues. So along with having crisis, minor, medium, major, having neuralgia, which is nerve pain. I got burned from radiotherapy, so I've got scar tissue issues, and then I have issues with my mobility. And the more recent is I'm still waiting for the X-ray, but then to confirm that it's not vascular necrosis. Because if it is, it's going to slow me down and potentially I'll have to go through another surgery. You may want to know why I volunteer. Originally, it was to give back. When I was diagnosed at 3, I had the best surgeon, Dr. Sargent, came from the UK, went to Jamaica, and he created a program which extended to the Caribbean islands, Brazil, India, and many other countries. I was told, well, my parents was told, because I was there at the time, I need to eat healthy, I need to exercise, and I need to be happy. That's been my mantra for almost 48 years. I've had, living in this country 30 years, I've had 5 crises, 5 major crises, because I practice being happy, eat healthy, although these days, my cousin's been fattening me up. And try to exercise. I used to do 5K runs, but now, as I said, nobody's issues prevents me from doing all of that. It's no longer about being passionate about wanting to help. if you were to ever visit a hospital and see a baby having an episode, you would break. Or seeing a baby having a blood transfusion, you would literally be crying all the time. When we talk about all the treatments that's in, somebody said to me, do you have hope for yourself? And I said, no. I'm allergic to hydroxychloroquine. I don't qualify and never did for crizanlizumab or voxelotor. But potentially, if I start having more crisis, it means a blood transfusion. And I say to them, let me cross that bridge when I get there. It's not my portion at the moment. And I firmly believe that. But I also believe that I can do more. I volunteer with the Sickle Cell Society. I volunteer with the Imperial Sickle Cell Group through Imperial College. I attend Black Women Rising, their meetings, and I try and cross over. I do a lot of networking with charities and people who have the power to do more than I can do. And I do that because I want to see, I want to see change. I want to see a movement, whether it's community-based, whether it's national or it's international. I want to see children who are born have an opportunity at a life that's better than mine. I don't volunteer because of my experiences. I volunteer because I want to see improvements. I want to see positive changes. Now, if there's anybody anywhere who wants to see these things, sign up to be a volunteer. All it takes is a couple of hours. The most I've spent at an event is like a full day. We start from the morning, but it's not just one individual. It could be anything from 2 people to 6 people. The longest day I've ever had was literally being at what's the rugby team that we got lunch again? Saracens at their head office, talking to people about blood donation, why the need is vast. I'm more positive. If I were to have anything wrong with me and needed a surgery now, I'm going to be the one to struggle and I will have to wait. Because I can only get from someone who's O positive or O negative. And there might be other supplies there, but if that bank is low or depleted, I'm at potentially life or death situation where I can't have a surgery to save my life. It's not about playing on individual empathy, it's pointing out the facts. I thought I could give blood, and then my consultant says, no, you can't. I'm like, why not? And I said, oh, because you've got sick cell. I was like, really? Education is key to a lot of the things that we do. And we go out to many places and we try to educate individuals on sickle cell. There are some of us who physically can't leave home, has never been able to work, has mental health challenges. But growing up with the mantra that I have, I've overcome mental health issues. I'm refusing to stay home because of my mobility. And I get involved in things to keep myself cognitive, as well as some sort of physical activity. I'm never going to be a size 0 or a supermodel. But guess what? That's a benefit. Because potentially, I can go to an event to meet someone who could do all of that just to get people to get involved with sickle cell, blood donation, and talking to people. All I ask today, it's not so much about becoming drug donors, it's to have a think about what you would like to see happening to the future of this world. Do you want to see a future where the struggles with, again, and I'm going to go back to it, a baby getting blood transfusion someone on so many medication and they physically or financially can't afford to buy those because we don't even get free prescription. I get it now because of cancer. But without that, I would have had to still be paying for my medication. So I also go to all parliamentary meetings. And since the election, those have stopped, but hopefully in October, those will be coming back. I go because I want to see policy improved. We have, we've joined forces with the ABPG for ethnicity, transplantation and transfusion, that's the Society of Joint Forces. With stem cell and advanced therapies, that's under Anthony Nolan. And on the Imperial side, I'm writing to the ABPG for arts and well-being. The Society and Imperial Sickle Cell Group is going to be doing a lot of collaboration going forward. And I said to them today, I said, don't think that you're going to piggyback and not do anything. Sarah says you've got to come and work. Okay? And sometimes telling people what they need to do in a situation like that is good, but sometimes you have to take a step back and say, what can you do? What are you willing to do? Are you able to offer us some of your time? I'm not asking you to go back to when I was thinking, oh, you know, I'll meet them here and there. I could give them 2 hours. Yeah. The charity also needs funding. Now, as Black people, I don't know what the percentage is. I used to support 4 charities when I was working for a finance company. Until I signed off fit for work, I obviously want to earn money again so that I can support those charities. But supporting the charity in the work that they do financially, that's good. Supporting the charity by becoming volunteers, that's amazing. Supporting the charity by sharing the stuff that we do on social media, that's amazing. Becoming blood donors. Yeah. And you know, Sarah says she can see everybody's like quietly ready to do all of that. But it takes courage to do something like that. And I always say, well, you know, when you go to do give blood, it says, you want someone to hold your hand? I said, well, you know what? I'll come. I'll come and hold your hand. I didn't tell you a story about a long time ago in Jamaica. Something to keep you totally distracted. But guess what? The team, the NHS blood transfusion team, they will talk to you. I've gone to events and I've seen we men. And I was like, but guess what? That's my life now. Before I used to look when they put the needle in my hand every 6 months to tell that, you know, how badly I'm doing. Well, if my hemoglobin levels are low. But I forgot one most important thing. I also have proteinuria, which is protein seeping out of my kidneys. I'm on medication now. But that may change. Things might get worse, and I potentially may need a kidney transplant. So why I volunteer is I'm making the most of the opportunity I have now to do everything I can within my power to provide service to the society as a volunteer. Because the day may come when I won't be able to do it. I'm living life. What is it? Faith without works? So I've got faith that God's going to bring me through because He has got me through the challenges of sickle cell, the challenges of mental health, the challenges of cancer. And all I have to do in return is to just do something with my life. And that's what I've been doing since 2022. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, lovely. I hope you